the darkroom session for the Mirbat Old City Exploration. I've got everything set up already. Negative is in the enlarger and everything is set for some 8x10 prints. I'm going to do 2 prints. One of them is going to be what was the relatively intact old structure, a nice square one with that textured cement on the outside with the nice 2 traditional windows. The other one is going to be my favorite little thing that I love to shoot every time I'm in that part of Mirbat, and that's that yellow phone booth kind of thing hanging on that wall. I've never actually printed one of those for all the shots that I've taken of it. So I'm gonna get that solved today. So everything's ready to go. Let's get started. The focus is set on the image. You can see that's the square 2-story house. One part of the window open. You can still see the traditional covering. Some really great texture on the exterior and the exposed wooden beams offering just a little bit of shadow across there. And of course, our central double door. So this is the first image I'm going to shoot. And of all the things I did, this is the one I enjoy the most. I'm going to start out with a 3 grade contrast filter. I just have a feeling I'm going to need some separation and contrast, and that will get me what I want. As for time, it is a pretty dense negative. I am going to do a test print, and I'm going to go with 6 seconds for my first shot. Happy with the test print. Came out pretty much where I want it to be. So I'm thinking 7 seconds for my first 8x10. Let's see how that comes out. 7 seconds. I like what I see. I like all of that texture coming through on that outside covering of the building. Really enjoy the hard shadows from the wooden beams exposed to the front of the facade. I like the detail and the texture in the window. And overall, I think that's exactly what I wanted. I'll do one more. I'll take out the black band at the top and the bottom, which I wasn't thinking about when I set up the negative. Next one, fix the issues with the top and the bottom border, and maybe add just a touch, a bit more time. It's not going to hurt. It might bring up just a little bit in the foreground in the first part, the entrance of the building. So we'll see. I like it a bit more than the first one. There's more gradual sky dropping down in the frame, and the foreground right here in front is just a touch better developed. It's looking a bit dark right here, but I'm not too worried about that. I sort of like the visual weight of the image. But I will get it out of the developer now. That's enough for me. We'll get it stopped and fixed and see it in the light, and I'll have a better idea whether or not I made a good choice or a bad choice by adding extra time. From the test print to the first shot where I left a big border by accident on the top and the bottom. But overall, the image I think is looking pretty good. I'm happy with the contrast and how things are going across the whole image. So I decided just to add about half a second or so, fix the borders, and get this in the end. I'm happy with where it is. I have some more deepening of the sky. The front foreground here is a little bit more defined than the 7-second one. And it does have a heavy weight to it. There's no question. It is a visually heavy image. But yet the structure, I believe, deserves to have some weight inside this image. It has lasted a long time, therefore it's pretty damn strong. It should be heavy and strong in the image. So that is negative number one. The next one is going to be, for me, my fun little yellow thing on the wall that I just love getting pictures of in Mirbat. So that is the next one up. Next print is set. Sticking with the 3-grade filter, everything is now bordered, no extra black border, made sure got all that taken care of. The negative is not as dense as the previous one, so I'm thinking 4 seconds, maybe 4.5 for my test print. What's important is that I balance the subject and get it forward in the image and not overexpose the background. So that's going to be the trick. And it might mean 2.5 grade filter in the end. I don't know. But starting with 3 at 4.5 seconds, I think will be a good test. First test print, that was a bit too long, overambitious. Second one, 2 seconds. And I think I have exactly what I was looking for. So now is the 8x10. Hopefully it comes out looking as good as my test. Already I can see the subject already coming through and nothing else in the background. I really like how this is coming out. Sort of a nice high key image. We'll let it sit for a little bit and let the lighter tones slowly build. Well, I'm pretty happy with how all this worked out. I'm already cleaning up some stuff. I pretty much got everything done rather quickly. Doesn't usually work this way, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. I got my final shot. I enjoy this one very much. I like the minimalist sort of design of it. It's sort of a high-key simplicity. I think it's just a beautiful image. I made 2 of them because I enjoyed this first one so much. I thought maybe I could share one if someone out there would like to have one as well. So there are 2 of these. But of course, I will take a picture of this thing every time I go to Mirbat because I just love going to Mirbat and getting a picture of that thing, which I still don't know what it is. So that is it for Mirbat Old City, at least for now. There's so much more to explore in the old city of Mirbat. You know I'm going to go back there again and show you some other parts of that wonderful part near the bay. And there is the marina and the fishing boats and the fish markets. So there's a lot to go see. So in the future, look out for that. Thanks again for watching and take care.